Today, as you know, is Messenger's release day, and I decided to make a video to share that with you, and also to send out in my newsletter, because I am a slacker, by which I mean I slept too much and watched too much Netflix over the past couple days instead of focusing on that release, and my newsletter's not written. So I thought I would record myself telling you the news. If you have not subscribed to my newsletter, the links are below in the, not in the comment section, but you know what I mean, in the description. So you can sign up there and get on the list. This video is going out on my Facebook page as well, but if you are subscribed to the newsletter, as well as this video, the people who got the newsletter this month also got a sneak peek, a little excerpt of The Summer I Gave Up Boys, Isaiah. So if you sign up for the newsletter, then you get sneak peeks and news and just, you know, private stuff that I don't share just on my Facebook page. So there's that. You guys should sign up. So as you know, today is Messenger's release. I have the links below as well. If you guys want to share it, that would be totally awesome. If you have already read it, because it's been out for over 12 hours now. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it knocked your socks off. I know it's a little bit different from Guardian Protector, and I talk about this in my author's note. But it is supposed to be a little bit different. Aubrey's a very different character. She's a little bit rough. I think even though she goes to extremes, she's a little more relatable than, I just forgot my own characters' names, than Lila and Izzy, mainly because, you know, Lila's kind of like a goody two-shoes, and how many of those are there really in the world? Then Isadora, obviously, as a Nephilim, you know, we aren't children of angels, so they're a little more fantastical people that you know, kind of aspire to be like, or, you know, wish that you could be like, whereas Aubrey is rough and gritty, and, you know, she has secrets and problems and struggles with disbelief, so she's a little more relatable than they are, and, in the fourth book, which is called Lightbringer. If you haven't finished Messenger yet and seen the end of that, that's going to kind of spoil it. But the fourth and final book in the Fallen Chronicle series is called Lightbringer. And the main character of that is far more relatable than any of these other girls. Just very ordinary, just average person. So that's kind of fun to write with, and the spirit of Lightbringer will probably be a lot closer to Guardian and Protector rather than Messenger. So hold on, as I wrote in the back of Messenger, I'm hoping to release Lightbringer next summer, but I'm getting out of order according to my list, so let me go on with that before I talk about Lightbringer. I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway of the Guardian poster tonight. I will also be setting up a post where you share Messenger's links, and that is going to be the giveaway for winning the Messenger poster, and then I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do about giving away the Protector one, but there will be a chance to win that. So make sure you stay tuned to my Facebook page. If you go up in the corner of the options, like where you can send me a message and stuff, you can actually get alerts for when I make posts. I promise I don't make a bunch of really weird posts throughout the day, aside from when I'm releasing a book, in which it's kind of where I might become a little bit annoying. I usually only make like 1 or 2 posts a day. I promise I won't bother you that much. But if you want to stay on top of all things Kassandra Kush, Guardian, Fallen Chronicles, things we can't change, etc., you can choose that and get notified when I make a post, if you would so like. What else? Okay, so the actual news of the newsletter. What is coming next? The next book that I'm releasing, I think most of you have probably seen, but I haven't gone totally public with it just because I didn't want to steal Messenger's thunder, is The Summer I Gave Up Boys, Isaiah's story. As you might gather from the title, it is a retelling of The Summer I Gave Up Boys from Isaiah's point of view. I want to stress that it is not another story. It's not a sequel or anything like that. It is the same story. However, there are like 10,000 words of new scenes and stuff from Isaiah's point of view, and embellishing. There is a alternate ending. Not really an alternate because the same stuff happens. Sorry, that's not the right term. But a ending farther into the future. So you get, you know, another ending, a little more peek of their story. Someday I will write them a full-length sequel. I do have plans for that. I've had ideas. However, it's going to be farther off in time in their story, and so I kind of feel like in order to get that, you have to let actual time pass by. So it's very far out on my list of things to write, which I can assure you is very long. It's actually right here behind this camera, and it's like a whole page long. There's not enough time in the day to be writing. feel my pain. The next story that I will, what is this little note I have here? The next story that I will be releasing and what I'm working on right now is called The Summer I Got Back with Cooper Grace. I think I mentioned this in my last video. It's been bumped up a little bit, I think, in the order. I'm working on it because it's a story. It is not a sequel or anything like that to The Summer I Gave Up Boys either. When I started that book, I had the idea of a bunch of standalone short novellas that are all The Summer I blah blah blah. So this is kind of in the same universe. It doesn't even take place in Florida though. It takes place in Minnesota. I know, random, but it's where I conceived the idea when I was at my cousin's wedding several years ago. So I pulled it out and decided it would fit nicely in this with that title, you know. So the title is kind of explanatory. It's about Emma and Cooper, and they've always spent summers at a cabin on a lake together, and they started dating and broke it up, and so it's The Summer I Got Back with Cooper Grace, kind of their story, and obviously there's a lot more to it than that. Sorry, I talk really fast when I'm on the camera. You should hear me on the phone when I'm at work. I'm like, anyway, I'm sure you enjoyed that as well. So that book we will be releasing, I think, in March-ish. Please don't hold me to all my dates. Just work a little buzz. Don't hold me to all my dates like you've been Lightbringer this summer. They're all very tentative until I actually announce a date, just because life happens. We're in the holiday season now, which I meant to get back to. That's why I'm writing the Cooper Grace story right now, is because even though it's going to be longer than Kalia's novella, it's going to be a little more novel length. I would say like maybe around the length of The Things We Can't Change-ish, because people were always crying rivers about how short that story was, but this one there will definitely be no sequels or anything like that. These are meant to be standalones. I just kind of was captured by Isaiah's point of view and the ideas, and I felt like that was something to share. However, with this one, I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm kind of working on that through the holiday season because it's really busy for me. I think I've mentioned before to you guys that I work in retail, so obviously the next 2 months for me are going to be huge for other reasons that I'm going to share after I get done with this. So after Cooper Grace, I will be, I think, working on Lightbringer. I want to get that first draft done so I can sit and kind of think about it for a while, because it's the last book and I want it to be perfect for you guys and I want to be satisfied with it myself. However, Jenny and Kobe have kind of been tickling the back of my mind. I make no promises about when this will be written or anything like that. I do know that I kind of wanted to save time so I could write Jenny and Kobe's story and then Dominic's right after, so they could be released fairly close to one another. However, I don't know what that will if that will happen, what's going on with that. I just know that they are starting to make some noise in the back of my mind demanding to be heard. So, if I decide to write that story first, then Lightbringer may get pushed out a little bit. It really just depends on how fast I can write, and I promise you I'm going as fast as my little fingers can go. After all that, and after Lightbringer is written, I have ideas for another romance series. When you read Isaiah's story, you will find out at the end, sorry I'm going to spoil just this little tiny detail for you, that Kalia actually has a cousin, and her name is Simone. And she goes to a college, and it's fictitious. It's called Lemon Bay College. And I basically really like the setting of The Summer I Gave Up Boys here in Lemon Bay. It sounds really nice. It's actually not like the town. It's just there's a bay, and it's called Lemon Bay here, but it sounds pretty cool. And it's Lemon Bay High School, but it's actually in Inglewood where I live. I just really like the setting and everything of it, and so I decided to continue just doing like a romance series here, and it's going to be called like the LBC series for Lemon Bay College or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something a little more lyrical, because that sounds kind of boring. But it's going to be a series of books. There are 6, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 books. And they are all going to be basically standalones. They're about like 6 different couples. You don't have to read them in order. They'll be releasing in a certain order that the characters, are together. But they are standalone happily ever afters. Basically, each one is about a different couple, and it doesn't continue on after that. So the first one is not about Kalia's cousin. Hers is the 4th book, I believe. The first one is going to be called Just Us. I have no idea when it's going to be releasing. I was going to try and get some of it written to put a preview in the back of Isaiah's, but then the Cooper Grace thing happened and I want to write Lightbringer and Jenny and Kobe and stuff, so I'm thinking maybe there will be a preview in the back of Cooper Grace or something like that. I don't know. Inspiration may strike me, and, you know, sometimes you get in these writer moves and you can write 50,000 words in like a week, and then other times you can barely write 500. So it all just kind of depends, but those are the things that are coming like immediately next. However, in news that is not really book related but impacts my books, I just recently accepted a promotion at my day job. I wish I could do a writing promotion. That would be cool. Like, you know, you just got promoted. It was that easy for your books to be that famous. I don't think that made any sense. But basically, I was already a manager, basically, where I work. I can't technically say the name because of stuff that you sign. You know, you're not supposed to talk bad, which I'm not. I'm just giving you the bare minimum here. But essentially, I accepted promotion. I was already a manager. I took a higher manager spot. I'm trying to become an assistant manager. And this one basically is a good prep for that. However, it means that during season I have to work 6 days a week, overtime. And basically I'm going to a different store that they're going to need a lot of my time and effort, and so that's also another reason why I decided to work on the Cooper Grace. It's short and easy. It's not fluff, but it's not big and deep and kind of grandiose as writing Lightbringer is, which, you know, the Fallen Chronicle books are longer and it takes me a while to write them because of the whole faith aspect. It's not just a plot that's happening, it's the faith and character development, and also it's the last book in the series, so I didn't want to, you know, try and commit to that when the next 2 months are going to be really rough for me. But even after after Christmas, this store is supposed to comp up and get an assistant manager, and that means if they do succeed in that, then that position is mine, which means I will still be working a lot more because I'll be salary and I'll be at the store like forever. It's basically selling my soul. However, all that money is probably going to go back into my books. That's kind of the whole point. Also, I'd really like to move out from my parents' house. Because yes, I do still live with my parents, in a guest cottage the way Kalia does, so it's not so bad. But anyway, you know, I wish that I could just quit my day job and write. Unfortunately, I'm not at that point. So that's kind of what's going on with that. The next 2 months, I may not be on social media, hardly at all. If you message me, comment, or anything, I will get back to you. Please just give me some patience because it might not be for a couple weeks. So along with that, hopefully with that money and everything, something I am looking into is getting new covers for the Things We Can't Change. You know, they all have that same cover, which I did kind of because it was written in parts. But with the Jenny and Kobe and Dominic stories coming out, I kind of wanted to get new covers so that I could do ones that matched. Just basically covers with couples and stuff like that for Jenny and Kobe and Dominic. And then also, you know, I thought that would be a good time to come out with new ones for the Things We Can't Change because I think they deserve their own covers. I'm looking into doing something pretty cool with it. I don't want to say anything now in case it doesn't happen. Maybe next month I'll be able to talk a little more about it. But if it works out the way that I want it to, it's going to be pretty awesome. So, I think that's kind of all the news that I have to share with you right now. I hope you all had a happy Halloween. Have a blessed All Saints Day. When you get to a certain point in Messenger, I think you'll see why the November 1st release was significant. Just like releasing Protector on December 12th, which was mine and Lila's birthday, this date is significant to the book as well. I think it's kind of cool to be able to do that. So, happy Halloween. I will probably see you maybe sometime around Thanksgiving when I will be being trampled over by shoppers. Pray for my safety. And hopefully I'll see you on the flip side and enjoy this wonderful fall weather. I don't know about you guys, but here in Florida it's finally cooled down and it's breezy outside and sunny. You can see this lighting is amazing. And I plan on getting out there and enjoying it by going to Starbucks and writing. Yeah. Okay. Kush out. Bye.